It's a story that proves one thing: when determination is real, even 10 rupees can turn into an empire. This is the story of a poor rickshaw puller's son who rose above hunger, tears, and hopelessness to become one of India's top IAS officers. It's a story of love, sacrifice, and the power of dreams. The story of Ramu and his father, Mohan. In a small, dusty lane of Bihar lived Mohan, a man whose back was bent from years of pulling his rickshaw, yet whose spirit stood taller than the richest man in town. His wife Lakshmi worked as a maid in nearby houses, scrubbing floors and washing clothes from dawn to dusk. Their home was a single mud-walled room with a broken roof that leaked during every rain, forcing them to huddle together in one dry corner. Yet even in that poverty, they had something priceless: hope. They believed that maybe, just maybe, their son Ramu would one day change their fate. One afternoon, as Ramu walked home from school barefoot, his torn bag slung over his shoulder, he saw a shining black car stop near the market. A tall man stepped out in a white uniform, surrounded by respect and silence. People whispered, "That's the district magistrate, an IAS officer." Ramos's eyes sparkled with admiration. He had never seen such dignity before. That night, he told his father, "Papa, I want to become an IAS officer." Mohan looked at him, his hands rough, his eyes tired, but his heart full. After a pause, he smiled softly and said, "Then study hard, my son. I'll do everything I can to make it happen." From that moment, their life changed. Mohan began working longer hours, pulling his rickshaw from 4 a.m. till 10 p.m., while Lakshmi took on more houses to clean. They ate only one meal a day, so Ramu could study and eat properly. Ramu, too, never wasted a second. He studied late into the night under a flickering kerosene lamp, his books old and torn, his dreams unbreakable. When he passed his 10th grade exams with 99%, the entire village spoke his name. The school principal said proudly, "This boy will go far. Don't let poverty stop him." Mohan's heart swelled with pride and fear. A good city school meant high fees, and he had no money left. That night, as his family slept, Mohan took the hardest decision of his life. He sold his rickshaw, the only thing that fed them, to pay for his son's education. When his friend asked, "Mohan, what'll you do now?" he replied, "I'll find another way. My son's dream is worth more than any rickshaw." With the money, Ramu joined a better school in the nearby city. Every day, he walked 5 kilometers to reach class. Barefoot in summer, drenched in rain, shivering in winter, but he never missed a day. One morning, after coming home soaked and feverish, Ramu told his father, "Papa, I can't miss tomorrow's test." The next day, when the rain wouldn't stop, Mohan lifted his son on his shoulders and carried him all the way through the muddy road to school. That scene of father carrying his sick child to chase a dream was not just a moment, it was destiny itself being written. Years passed. Ramu completed his 12th grade with top marks and got admission in Delhi to prepare for the UPSC exam. Mohan and Lakshmi pawned their jewelry, borrowed money, and sold whatever they could. Before Ramu left, Lakshmi hugged him and said, "Never forget why you started. Son, don't worry about us, just study." Delhi was a battlefield. Ramu lived in a small rented room with 3 other boys, studied 14 hours a day, and often survived on tea and biscuits. Many nights, he cried silently, missing home. But every time he felt weak, he remembered his father's cracked hands and his mother's tired eyes. And that gave him strength to continue. After 3 years of hard work, he took the UPSC exam for the first time. He cleared the prelims and mains, but missed the final selection by a few marks. Shattered, he called home and said, "Papa, I failed." Mohan's calm, deep voice replied, "No, my son, you didn't fail. You just learned how to win next time." Those words reignited Ramu's fire. He began again, stronger, sharper, more determined. But fate tested him once more. Mohan got injured at work and couldn't earn for weeks. The family had no money. Ramu thought about quitting his studies to work and help them, but his best friend Suresh stopped him and said, "Don't you dare give up now. You were born to rise. Let me help you. Suresh's father offered Mohan a small job in their factory, and Ramu kept going. Months later, he gave his second attempt. This time, he walked into the interview hall with calm confidence. When asked, "Why do you want to become an IAS officer?" Ramu looked straight at the panel and said, "Because I know what it's like to be poor, to be invisible. I want to serve those who have no voice." The room fell silent. That day, his words carried the weight of every tear his parents had shed. Weeks later, the results came out, and there it was. Rank 35. All India. Ramu stared at the screen, tears streaming down his face. He called home and cried, "Papa, I did it. I'm an IAS officer now." On the other end, Mohan couldn't speak. Only tears fell down his wrinkled cheeks. The whole village celebrated. People who once mocked them now said with pride, "Mohan's son has become an officer." When Ramu returned home wearing that white uniform, the same streets that once pitied them were filled with flowers, drums, and cheers. He went straight to his parents, touched their feet, and said, "This success isn't mine, Papa. It's yours. You both are the reason I'm standing here today." With his first salary, Ramu built a school in his village so that no child would have to walk miles barefoot to study. He announced scholarships for poor children and said, "No child should ever have to give up their dreams because of poverty." Today, Ramu, once the son of a rickshaw puller, is a respected IAS officer who never forgot his roots. In every speech, he says, "My father and mother are the true heroes of my life. They sacrificed everything so I could reach here." His story is proof that no dream is too big, and no background is too small. Success doesn't come from money. It comes from faith, sacrifice, and unstoppable determination. So remember, when life tests you, don't quit, because sometimes the smallest spark born in the darkest place becomes the brightest light in the world.